I was reading a verse in the scripture saying that we'll return to be with God. And so I asked my minister, my teacher at the time, if I'm going to return to be with God, then was I with him before? Where did I come from if I'm going to return to be with him? So asking the question of, where did I come from? Because the scriptures indicate that I came from somewhere where God was. And if God is not just a ball of light, but actually that I'm created in his image, he's a personage like me. And if marriage is a sacrament and so important that it will continue after this life, I'm asking all of these questions, and my teacher pulled me aside and said, "You're confusing everybody. These are just teenagers. Just let me get through the lesson. Please stop asking these questions." And next Sunday, I continued to ask the same questions. This isn't making sense. I'm reading the scriptures, and what you're telling me does not feel like it's congruent with what I'm reading. And this went on for a few Sundays until I continued to come up with what I thought were my own ideas. And he looked point blank at me and said, "You've been talking to the Mormons, haven't you?" I said, "Are you kidding? Do they believe? Is this what they believe? Do they believe these things?" And I ran home and called the only acquaintance I'd ever known that was Mormon and said, "What do you believe about life before this life? What do you believe God looks like and who he is? And where am I going after this? What is marriage and who am I going to be?" And she said, "Come over here right now." And she set up discussions with the missionaries, and I was baptized 2 weeks later.
Jennifer and her husband recently moved from the Los Angeles area to Utah with their 2 sons. She is a casting director for feature films. She was baptized into the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints on August 22, 1993.